Hi guys, and welcome to my review of the Razer Orbweaver Elite Mechanical Gaming Keypad. As you guys know, I've had this for about a week and a bit. I've been using it a lot. I've even been getting my wife to use it when she's been gaming. So we've got a fairly good idea of what we feel about it. Overall, I'm going to give it a fairly positive review. However, there are a couple of things which definitely do need looking at. If there are any future iterations of this product, which I'm sure there will be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get through the bad stuff first, and then we'll go on to the good stuff, and then I'll try to wrap it up as well as I can. Now the bad things, there's a couple of things which bother me actually. I'm going to start off with the small things. Now, first of all, I'm not a fan of the fact that they've given us a flex cable. This is meant to be an elite product on Razer's range, and to be honest, to not have a braided cable just seems like such a petty thing for them to have missed out, just to save a few pounds or dollars in the manufacturing process. It really doesn't make sense. I mean, this thing costs £115, which is pretty much the cost of a Razer Black Widow Ultimate, and I do think that a braided cable would have been necessary. I know it's not going to get moved around a lot, but it's something that bothers me. So that's the first thing. Secondly, the material that's used on the wrist and the palm rest is lovely, very comfortable. However, it has a very bad flaw in which it seems to pick up dust from your hands, or like skin dust as it were. So even if you've washed your hands, you cleaned your hands, as soon as you put your hands on it, I mean, the first time I put my hands on this, I noticed it started to just look a bit dirty, a little, like it's picking up little flecks of dust instantly, and once it's on there, it's very difficult to actually clean that off, unless you're willing to take warm soapy water to it and carefully wipe it. But even then, as soon as you use it, it's going to pick up the dust again, and it just seems a little bit unsightly, and it's something that I wish they would have actually looked at and maybe thought to change. I mean, I do love the material, but it's a shame that it has this negative side where it just picks up dirt like anything. So that's the second thing. Thirdly, I'm going to go with the lighting. I love green LED lights. However, I do think that they're missing a trick, Razer. I mean, if you look at the Logitech G13, which is half the price, obviously it's not quite as feature rich. However, it does offer you the option to change the LED backlighting according to what your system is. Now, again, I think Razer probably are cutting them, losing themselves sales, because it's an expensive product, 115 quid, and for not to be able to have it match with the rest of your system. And if you're buying a Razer product, the chances are you do care about the way your rig and your setup looks as much as how well it performs. I mean, it's obviously something you take into consideration. Otherwise, we'd all still be using any old keyboard with any old mouse, and just because it works, that's fine. Or if it was the best mouse, you'd just use what's technically the best, and you wouldn't look at the whole package. I mean, I tend to look at the whole package. I want performance, but I also want it to look decent and match the rest of my stuff. Now, in my case, obviously it does match, but I'm complaining on behalf of people that would want to buy this product but don't perhaps have a green and black color scheme. So, a very simple thing that Logitech offer is different colored LEDs, and for whatever reason they don't offer it, even though it's such a highly priced product. So that's definitely something I'm not happy with. Also, I think this is the fourth thing. I think I'm not a fan of the 8-way directional thumb pad. It just doesn't feel very nice. I tried to use it in place of WASD in a FPS game. I just didn't like the control or lack of control I felt I was getting. And also, even if I was to use it to bind keys, it's an 8-way, it has 8 different directions, so you can actually bind 8 different things to it. I just think it's too difficult to control it accurately enough, and also it just feels a bit cheap. It feels a bit tacked on, and I wish it was as good quality as the other buttons on the device. So that's something I ended up not really using at all. On the other hand, just below it you've got the button that's used as a space bar, so you use your thumb for that anyway. So I found that I like to just rest my thumb on there anyway and just use that. But the actual 8-way directional thumb pad I'm not a fan of, so that's another thing. And also obviously I have to mention the price. Even if all of my previous gripes were not there, even if this was a perfect product, the price is just way too high. I mean, they're literally a $5 less than the Ultimate Black Widow keyboard, which is a full keyboard and is going to be a lot more useful in a lot more situations than a gaming keypad would be. So I really do think that even if it was the perfect product, the cost is too much. It really needs to come down. The Nostromo, which is their previous product, is about £50, and I think it needs to be cheaper. However, having said all that, there's plenty of positives. The build quality, the adjustability works great. I love the thumb module being adjustable. I actually adjusted it all the way out, so I'm using my thumb tip to control it, which I like. The buttons are well placed. The obviously mechanical keys are fantastic. It does exactly what you'd expect it to do. It works really well, but the price is too much. So that's really all I have to say on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.